The world's population is always growing, and we need to develop modern, sustainable cities to accommodate everyone. We need modern, intelligent urban design that generates secure, affordable, and resilient communities with green and culturally inspiring living conditions for all of us to survive and prosper.
SDG 11 aspires to renew the plan and cities and other human settlements so that all people have the access to basic services, electricity, housing, transportation, and green public spaces while minimizing resource use and environmental impact.
There is a weighing problem. The SDGs include 3 different kinds of indicators. Some focus on ecological impacts like deforestation and biodiversity loss. Some focus on social development like education and hunger. And some focus on infrastructure development like transportation and electricity. Most of it SDGs contain a mix of these, but ecological indicators are almost swapped and it's where by the development indicators.
For example, the SDG Index has 4 indicators for Goal 11 on sustainable cities and communities. 3 of them are development indicators, while only 1 of them has to do with ecological impact. This means that if the country performs well on the development indicators, its score for that goal will look good even if it fails in terms of sustainability.
Actions you can take in your daily life to achieve SDG 11. It is important to mention that achieving SDG 11 is not just the responsibility of the government and companies. We all can make small changes in our daily lives in order to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
Develop participatory platforms so all voices can be heard. This action is extremely important to understand what residents need, especially for the poorest citizens who need the greatest support but are often unheard and unseen at decision-making tables. Some of these platforms could be roundtable discussions, workshops, and also formal meetings. Respect and walk in dedicated space for pedestrians. Unfortunately, many pedestrians lost their lives on the world's roads. Therefore, it is more than necessary to create and follow a pedestrian quality space such as sidewalk space to minimize the risk of an accident. Use public transport and or bike. Taking public transport, cycling, or even walking is a good option to directly impact on the reduction gas emissions. Reduce and manage food waste. Much of the food consumed in urban areas is thrown away. Food waste that is not recycled or used is filling up the landfills where it decomposes and generates methane, a greenhouse gas.
San Carlos City, which is located in the Negros subregion of the Central Philippines, is one of the 25 Philippine cities that have joined the Global Covenant of Mayors for Climate and Energy, an international alliance of cities and local governments that promotes and supports voluntary action to combat climate change and build a more resilient society.
Despite its ongoing economic growth, the city has prioritized the preservation and protection of its forests. The city has a large forest cover of 17,868 hectares that can remove 173,655.20 carbon dioxide in emission.
The lessons learned from this process are forming an integral part of the park's master plan being developed by the city. SDG 11 can go a long way towards contributing to the SDGs. Like many other goals, the identified targets need to be tangible, concrete, and measurable. We'll need to clearly define what is meant by access to green space and determine how access for all to safe, affordable, accessible, and sustainable transportation systems is to be measured. The targets have the potential to impact real change across many of the SDGs. Let's make sure they have the power to make a difference.